Recording.
All right. So, welcome everybody back to the Blue Collar Minutemen show. We thank you all for joining us on this nice fine day. We're doing a video recording, as you can see, because of social distancing. And what we got today for you is hopefully a little catching up with everything in the news that's been going on. And hopefully we can your day a little bit and give you something to think about. But first, I want us all to give just a few minutes to thank everybody because this is Easter Sunday. And we want to give thanks because this day is the third day that our Lord and Savior has risen. I know most people always go to church on Easter Sunday. A lot of people had to watch videos. And I just want to give thanks for this day and give praises to our Lord on this Easter Sunday. Bill, Justin, you all want to say a little something?
Oh, man, you couldn't have said it any better.
Yeah, that's how we feel here.
Okay. Well, like I said, want to give thanks and bless you all on your families on this day. But let's jump right into it. Where you all want to start? I mean, there's so much.
I'd like to figure out about that. This whole Navy captain, the captain of that ship. I've followed some of it, and I thought I was on the right track, but it turns out I wasn't. But this guy, I mean, basically he blew the whistle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And he said that the coronavirus was going through his whole thing, his ship and all his sailors.
I guess the whole thing about it was that they're complaining about is the way he went through it. He didn't go through the secure network. He put it out, and then he was able to intercept his transmission and figure out, what was going on, and then they blew it out of proportion. But that was basically why he got reprimanded, was the method that he used to send that message over wasn't secure means. And now I guess the new, you've seen what the Secretary of the Navy, acting Secretary of the Navy, resigned over that.
Right.
And I guess the new guy is now looking at pardoning the captain and giving his command back.
Oh, wow.
That's the latest I heard.
Well, that's the part of this whole corona thing. Oh, I wanted to ask you guys about this. Bernie dropping out.
After too much socialism, he couldn't take it. He dropped out.
Right. Everybody I talk to is all about like, oh man, I'm gonna miss him, blah blah blah. And I'm gonna be like, I guess I'm gonna kind of miss him too, but I wouldn't have voted for him.
He just kind of reminded me of Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Marty. Yeah, right. Great Scott.
I'm sure you never predicted this part of any presidency. Thank you for spending time with us.
I think Bernie dropping out was like one of the best things. I mean, poor Bernie. He was promoting so much socialism. I mean, we couldn't live with that. I mean, there's no way.
Well, that's what we're living under for the last 2 weeks. He couldn't take it.
And, I'm going to quote.
Right. I mean, well, these people got to realize that the only time communism has ever worked is cultural socialism, not governmental. That just does not work. Native American tribes were said to be some of the best models for socialism, cultural socialism, which everybody did their part, so everybody benefited from the tribe. Food, war, everybody played their part. But you can't get a society to do that by making them do it.
No.
Nobody likes being told what to do or when to do it.
I don't agree with it at all.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's worth it.
Even with this pandemic on, people are not. I mean, you know what we do. I mean, we're out there watching people every day, seeing people every day. I mean, the time Walmart opens, time Walmart closes, everybody in town is there. And
Right.
you'll see some of them coming in and don't have no mask, don't have no gloves. And they're in families, which supposedly you're only supposed to have one shopping cart, one person per household, and nobody's following that rule. And they're going and hanging out because I can sit there for 30 minutes and watch the same person go in and come out 30 minutes later and not have anything. They just went in there to look around.
Right. Just to get out of the house.
Just get out of the house. I mean, but they're told not to do it. But they're not following it. I mean, socialism is the same way. They're not going to.
Yeah.
Follow.
Next thing you'll know, we'll have curfews and all that other mess. But I've always tried to warn people about like what's going on now. I'm like, I'm all about security and being safe medically and health wise. But man, once you start trading in your rights, it's really hard to get them back.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's what people really need to realize too. Did you see what they did out in California? I mean,
no.
The governor. See, if anything's going to happen, it's going to be out in California. You can about get it. The governor made the police. I watched a news video on it. Made the police go and basically break up birthday party. And I have to say, I know how black people. There was a line of police officers that were walking people away from the party, and a black lady up there. She's like, y'all coming out here for this? Break up a 1-year-old's birthday party? Like, y'all got to have it all like this? I'm like, there's going to be a riot out in California.
Well, and I saw this morning in Michigan, there were these 5 guys went to 7-Eleven, and they were all sitting on the hoods of their cars, and they were 6 feet apart from each other. But because they were violating the ban of no gatherings, they each got a $1,000 fine. They wrote them a ticket for $1,000 each. And I think there's a ways to handle that.
I mean, don't we have the right to assemble? But I understand the health risks and everything. I get that. But
they had their distance.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what the guidelines are. But apparently in this town in Michigan, no gatherings, no matter how far apart you are.
That's insane. And Bill, you and I were talking about it a little bit before we started. That's going to be the issue. Watched the interview with Attorney General Barr. During his interview, they asked him about reopening everything. And, of course, Trump's wanting to do it at the end of this month. But they're like, well, how is that going to work? And he said, well, they're going to leave it up to each state to do what that state thinks is necessary to continue, with some of the I guess the preparations are taking care of the virus. So
isn't that a big score for the libertarians there?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, you're going to have to really watch these states, because then they might try to, of course, take away people's liberty. And Attorney General Barr literally said, if that happens, he's like, then we'll have to look into what these states are doing if they're trying to take away people's liberties.
Right.
So, of course, like I said, watch California. It'll be the first one to start riding.
I hate to say it, but I ain't going to miss them. No, I'm just kidding, man. I got a bunch of friends from California, but still, though, their whole ideology is just, wow. I don't get it.
Well, what do you think about the feds classifying all deaths? That if the person has the coronavirus, no matter what killed them, they're chalking it up as the coronavirus.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yes, I just said that.
That's going to throw our statistics and everything, how we function,
Yes.
off.
here's what I guess Dr. Bricks, or whatever her name is.
Yes.
She said right now, every suspected coronavirus, every person who is suspected of having the COVID-19 and dies is going to be marked up as dying of COVID-19. She says then we can later do an autopsy to find out exactly what killed them. Then in the next line it says autopsies will not be conducted due to connection. So,
Man, well, okay, here's a question. Let's say somebody has a family tree of undiagnosed heart disease. Homeboy dies. Oh, it's just coronavirus.
if he had coronavirus, that's what he died from, according to the federal government. It says other countries are not doing this. Other countries are only counting the ones specifically killed in the ICU or died in the ICU while having the coronavirus. They're not counting anyone dying of heart, kidney, or other lung-related illnesses as coronavirus death. But the U.S. will continue to count these as coronavirus death.
Right.
So that's just going to blow our numbers. That's all that does.
That just
You know
doesn't
they
make
want to do that. You know they want to do that to get rid of Trump.
right. I'm waiting for people to blame him for everything. Not that they haven't tried already, but
Let me read you this definition real quick. Propaganda, ladies and gentlemen. This is the definition. Propaganda is the information that is used primarily to influence an audience and further an agenda, which may be objective, may be presenting the facts selectively to encourage a particular synthesis or perception, or using loaded language to produce an emotional rather than rational response to information that is presented. Propaganda is often associated with material presented by governments, activist groups, companies, religious organizations, the media, and individuals also producing propaganda like movies or shows.
right.
Just by them saying, oh, we're counting any death as a death, corona, this is going to be spun so hard. I mean, the media, MSNBC, these fake news outlets, they're already doing it.
Oh yeah.
But people have to be smart enough to see it.
But see, that's the problem, man. We got a bunch of people that would just, eat up whatever that gets put on in front of them on Facebook. No fact checking, nothing. Yeah, I've been guilty of that myself earlier in my life. Before I've kind of grown up a little bit. But, man, now I'm like, hey, who put that study out? Who's backing this?
Who paid for it? All the money.
And here's something else. I was talking to Bill about this. Justin, you'll love this. So Joe Scarborough of MSNBC, Joe Scarborough, he was making comments about basically voters mailing in their ballots, saying Trump mailed in his ballot and now he doesn't want other people to mail in their voter ballot. Well, of course, we know that could lead to voter fraud, big time.
Yeah.
But here's what cracks me up. Here's the scare tactics that he's using. He also commented, and I rewound the video several times to make sure I heard him correctly. He said that President Trump is worried about this voter fraud when we're in a pandemic that has killed more people than 5 wars. That's what he said. Yeah, okay, yeah. I love this. I'm so excited. He said that. I rewound the video several times. He said the pandemic has killed more people than 5 wars. So I said, okay. I said, I'm going to do the numbers.
Is he counting like the 6-day war between Israel
That's what I said.
or the 2-day war between Great Britain and the Falkland Islands?
That's basically what I said.
So here's what I did. He said 5. He didn't specify. So I picked World War I, World War II, the Civil War, the Korean War, and the Gulf War. Okay.
We're not even going to worry about Vietnam, right?
No.
Yeah, not even worry
World
about
War
that
II.
one.
World War II.
Yep.
So I'm not even going to go over those numbers. But I looked at what the global death rate is. Now, they said the global death rate is at about 82,000, but it's rising. So that means they're still counting. So let's say the global death rate is at 150,000. The total number of deaths. Oh, and the other thing I only counted military deaths. I did not count civilian deaths from these wars. This is just military deaths only on both sides. So just military deaths alone on both sides in each war totaled out to be 31,804,000.
Say that again.
31,804,000. The biggest number of military deaths, of course, coming in World War II.
Right.
So I also looked up the population of Australia, which the population of Australia is 24 million. So essentially what Joe Scarborough said is that there's no more people on Australia right now because of this virus.
I'm pretty sure that they're live and kicking down there. I mean, I've got a few friends down there that still send me messages, so I think they're okay.
But that's the whole propaganda scare tactics that they're trying to do.
That's exactly how they start, stripping away people's rights. I mean, it's already happened, and
yeah,
the biggest name that comes to mind, Hitler. You think he just came out and started killing people? No, it was gradual.
Mm-hmm.
Started getting more people on his side, and then in the name of security, I will keep you safe, but I'm going to restrict what you do.
He started out doing good things, making roads better, doing this kind of stuff. You know, got the people behind him, and then suckered them in.
Yep. A little bait and switch, man, and it worked. And nobody can say it didn't work because he took over most of Europe.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not saying that this virus isn't something we should be concerned about.
I'm old.
I know.
I'm probably done if I get it, you know. But
well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this isn't something we should be concerned about, but the extremes that the media is trying to manipulate us, the people, is ridiculous.
They're even trying to say, like, if you're over the age of 40 or 40 or older, you're gonna die, basically. I'm like, maybe the unhealthy people that weigh 600 pounds, I mean, nothing against that, but you lead an unhealthy lifestyle, yeah, your chances of dying from a disease are greater.
Yeah.
If you got I don't see underlying, you know, they're saying if you got underlying problems, heart disease, diabetes, you know, it's gonna hurt you worse. But like I said, I don't know anything about this. Yeah. I'm not a doctor. I'm just.
You're just a regular blue collar guy.
That's it. I'm just trying to figure it all out as everybody else is. I don't think it's worth giving up all our rights for.
Right. It isn't. It's crazy. I mean, I couldn't even go out and play baseball with my family. And this is the people that's under the same roof as me without getting one of our friends called on me. I told Elgin about it. I won't mention any names on the line, but yeah, called the Somerset PD, and I'm sitting there like, we're hitting a ball, man. We're out in the park, man, just minding our own damn business. But man, these people, man, this hotline crap, I understand if somebody's breaking the law, but man, these people are calling the hotline on families. walking their dog. I mean, Jesus, man, leave them alone.
I know. The thing is that people got to have something to do.
Yeah, man. I was playing catch with Callie and for 45 minutes, and some guy walked up and just sat there and watched us for like 20 minutes on the phone.
Well, you're too close to us.
Yeah, I was walking towards him. I was like, no, man, this ain't going to happen. And he got in his car and took off when I started walking towards him. I was like, man, this is stupid. And I only live like, 2 blocks from the police station, so.
Well, I mean, to kind of go along with that, what do you all think about this mail-in voting?
Well, absentee ballots have never worked for me, especially when I was deployed. The state of Oklahoma, whenever I was in the Air Force, before I went to the Army, because I think my legal residence changed when I joined the Army to Louisiana, and neither one, there was like 2 elections that I didn't get to go, I didn't get to vote in, and I was kind of pissed about it. So I don't know. I don't have a good track record with absentee ballots or voting or mail-in voting.
You know, absentee is all right if you are deployed, you are sickly and can't get to the polls. Not for everyone.
Right.
Don't make it a total by mail. No, too many. I mean, there's too many stories of, well, just like in Wisconsin here just recently in their primary. The election was over, and what did they find? 3 tubs full of ballots still in the post office that never got counted. 3 big, giant containers full of absentee ballots.
Right.
So, no.
I think it's pretty simple. Voting is not that hard. You go to vote. You show your driver's license as an identification that you are a legal person. That should be one of the first things. You show a valid driver's license or ID for the state that you live in, showing that you are a legal resident of that city, county, whatever.
Right.
You cast your vote. It's not that hard. And if people are doing their jobs, the machines themselves calculate and tally that vote that you just made.
Right. Well, I mean, what's going to happen with this mail-in voting, our population in that state is going to triple overnight.
Let's see. No, we'll just drop that one over here in the shredder. No, we'll drop that one over here.
Exactly. Uh-oh, I just spilled coffee on all of these. What do I do?
No.
Yeah, there was an accidental fire.
I just reminded me of the guards who were supposedly watching Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, the video went bad at that time. We didn't have to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The video that we had watching the guy counting it somehow went out for about 20 hours.
That's what I'm going to say. They're going to use the same name as the guard. Like, who was responsible for this voting? Oh, this guy. Wasn't he a guard for Epstein? These guys. All I know is I tell everybody, man, what we're dealing with is this very slippery slope. You know, it's okay. I won't go to work for a couple of months. Okay, then I won't leave my house. Now, if I do leave my house, I have to be under some sort of, gloves and all that. Which the gloves, I've got a whole nother issue with.
Mm-hmm.
All that does is protect you from everything. You're still spreading the shit around if you don't change your gloves at Walmart. The second you touch something, you go touch a door handle, and then you go touch the damn meat, the steaks or something. You're still you're still all around. These people just don't understand that shit.
Did you see what Bill Gates wants to do?
No, I didn't see that.
Bill Gates wants to chip everybody.
Oh, there's the chip thing again. Yeah. I think the Rockefellers have been talking about that for 20 years, 30 years.
Oh, yeah, he's talking about, and then Dr. Fauci is also saying, yeah, we may have to carry some kind of ID showing that we've been, we have the antibodies against the coronavirus before we can ever get back to normal. Okay, we can go around and get everybody tested, get everybody an ID card saying I have not got the coronavirus, but we can't get everybody an ID so they can vote.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Now, if we're going to test every single person, give them an ID card that says I don't have coronavirus, we can get every single person an ID that needs an ID so they can legally vote.
Right. God, man. We need more people in the world that start connecting dots, and it's just not happening. The people are so blind and they can only see what's in their face.
Well, it's that propaganda again. I'm telling you, it's that emotional response.
This is what we get for dumbing down the children over the past 30 years.
Yeah.
Changing the standard has never worked. Even in the Greer, you guys have seen it.
God, I know. The military is. Well, we have to change the standard because the normal person can't get this job. Well, gee, it's called special for a reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. This guy can't be a Marine sniper because the school's too hard, so we need to lower the standards. Well, wait a minute. Don't we want just the best ones up there?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
I'll be the first one to tell you. I was an infantry grunt. That's it. I didn't go to those schools. I don't think I would have made it because I like to sleep and eat.
Even in the infantry, they've lowered the standards.
Yeah, even the infantry. Yeah, they did. I mean, we had some idiots in there.
I mean, they've lowered the entrance exam scores. They've lowered the PT requirements. They've lowered this because, we don't want just, think about it, you don't want just anybody with a gun protecting the country.
You're damn right.
But it's not fair because this guy can't get in there. Well, hell, he's a serial killer. Okay, he didn't kill people, but he might kill the wrong people.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Whether it's on accident or not, it's irrelevant. Yeah. Right. I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, I understand. I mean, there was guys in there that I wouldn't trust around farm animals, let alone millions of dollars worth of equipment. ITAS system, tow missiles, all of that. 50 cows. You want that idiot to carry that? Are you serious? He's a 17-year-old dumbass. But he got in because they dropped the ASVAB score from like 41 down to 20. And we're doing that with high schools, elementary schools. They give these kids so many opportunities. We're feeding their laziness. That's all we're doing. And now when they become adults, they're lazy pieces of crap that don't know how to get anything done on their own. The only thing they know how to do is bitch and whine. And guess what? That is protesting. Not that I'm saying protesting is always a bad thing. I get it for like in the 60s that there was a lot of good protestings. Not against the Vietnam War. I'm just talking about like civil rights movements back in the 50s and 60s. That was good. But now I'm like, you guys are protesting everything. This is the wrong kind of butter you're using. The freaking driving your car too much. I don't know, man. It's just, it's stupid. And the society's gone downhill.
I agree.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people to think. I mean, that's the whole purpose of us doing this, is to take this information, this propaganda, and get people to see between the lines what's really going on. I mean,
right.
And they can look it up for themselves. I mean, I'm not saying anything that's not true. I mean, the video I watched on Joe Scarborough came from Next News Network. If you look it up on YouTube, Next News Network, And they sit there and they show him, and he says exactly what I just said. I mean, so look it up. I want you.
Exactly. I'm not above being proved wrong. I mean, nobody likes getting proved wrong, but you know what? I'm man enough to admit it. If I was wrong about something, I'll be like, oh crap, I had that wrong. You know? But nobody else, not a lot of people are like that though.
We're just
especially
basically
politicians.
giving you our opinion, and you make your decision based on facts. We're telling you to go look at it. This is what we think's going on. We may be wrong. We could be totally wrong. Socialism may be the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, it could be, but I don't see the evidence.
The evidence, but hey, you decide for yourself.
What is it they say in courtrooms? Burden of proof rests with the prosecution.
Yes.
If you've got an idea, you better prove it to me that it's right. That's your responsibility. I don't have to go research your shit to make sure it's right. No, that's your job. If all these liberals want to make me think that following them, voting for them is the best way to go, prove it.
Why is it that every time, on our page or anywhere, you put out there, don't tell me why my ideas are so wrong. Tell me why your ideas are so good, and nobody can give you any examples.
Exactly.
They can tell you why our ideas are wrong, but they can't give you anything whatsoever saying why theirs is so good.
I thought about it.
We had that.
I was going to say that, Elgin.
We sent that to your brother, didn't we?
I was going to say, where's Carl?
Yeah. We asked your brother about that. We couldn't get no straight answers out of it, did we? None of his friends responded. So.
I can't wait to meet Carl. He sounds like a pretty cool guy. Out there, but different.
Power to the people, man.
Yeah, that's right. Bring down the man. And really, when they talk about bringing down the man, they just need to say bringing down stupidity in general. That's the enemy, is unintelligence.
Here's the thing, and all of this still boils down to the fact that Trump got elected as president.
Yeah.
I know that everybody thinks, well, even if he hadn't got elected as president, blah, blah, blah. No, he set out to do something that nobody else did. And he said it when he was going for election, that he was going to drain the swamp. And all of this has snowballed because all of these people tend to be on the left who are getting money under the table, doing these handshake deals, becoming millionaires off of us. He's exposing them.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. We've gotten so far away from these politicians actually working for us. Once they get up there, they don't work for us.
Yeah. They think that their definition of leadership is, I'm putting this place for people to do what I say. No, leadership is to take care of the people under you. Lead by example, not this nonsense that we got going on. Freaking Nancy Pelosi telling me I need to give up my guns when she's surrounded by armed guards.
And a pit, a wall.
You're right. Exactly.
Everything that Trump has done has either been to help America make money, try to help people get back to work rather than breeding more laziness. Only thing the Democrats are talking about is, we'll give you money, give you money, give you money, just sit over here. So that's what people want to do. And Trump's like, no, I want you to get off your butt and work. Oh, well, now it's a travesty. Oh, now he's being racist. Oh, I can't work. This country, That's how this country was built. I mean, people have got to work. Just because somebody is too lazy to get off their butt and get up, put down their, large pepperoni pizza, and go out and do something.
Yeah, do something constructive, man. Not go get drunk and fire weapons into somebody's house because they're wearing the wrong color, or freaking, stupid shit like that goes on constantly. I mean, when are we going to start progressing and building each other instead of just constantly tearing each other down? And that's what I like about Trump. He's going to confront a lazy issue and say, you know what? I'm going to give you the ability to get your ass back up on your own feet. And that freaking interview with AOC that I watched, listening to